The college football experience national championship. Miami Hurricanes versus Indiana Hoosiers. Preview and picks episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Kalshi. Yes, make real money predicting sports, folks. Kalshi is available in all 50 states, and you can get $20 free with the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is LeGarrette Blunt, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
National championship. Indiana Hoosiers, Miami Hurricanes. Preview and picks episode. We are here. The final game left in the college football season, and it is it's rough. It's rough. I know we got hoops. I know we got college baseball. I know we got college hockey, Frozen Four shit going on. You got your pro leagues. You got all this other shit going on, the UFL. But I mean, this is where I get sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like looking back and just realizing those days ain't coming back for a bit. All right. What a year though, right? I mean, the portal's got over 10,000 players in it. TJ Finley is transferred to his 7th school. You know.
How about Rayola today?
Yeah. Great run at Oregon. One of my favorite runs of all time.
That was nice. Pick yourself up some Nikes and get the fuck out of here.
Yes, folks, we're going to talk about it all. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Yes. Love it.
Oh, yeah. We got one game left. Can't wait. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Basketball Experience. As we go live in a couple hours here. Give it up for... I can't take his photo. Give it up for Farmer Staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Park City Mac.
Park City Mac. What's up, man? And then there were two. The Hoosiers, the Canes, for it all. Monday night in Miami. Here we go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. I'm not going to make fun of your Oregon pick last week. I would never do that.
Hey, Dante Moore came back.
He's bad. That's true.
Fucking prick.
This NFL draft is looking more hilarious. The best offensive lineman in the draft's coming back to Iowa.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
I love the tweet I saw today. It's like hey, Moore, are you trying to avoid the Jets? Because let me tell you something. We're going to be right back here with the number 1 pick next year. We can do this.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah, we can do this dance all night. We're not going anywhere.
You son of a bitch, right? We are joined by third man of the booth. You heard him right there. He's the host of the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which you should be subscribed to right now. And also make sure you check out the three generates there.
Yes.
For their NFL picks going on. What day? Tomorrow? Is that tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow.
Yeah.
For sure.
Give it up for some know him as Scumbagger Vance, some know him as the Bet Detective or the Man in the Box. CJ Sullivan, how are you, buddy?
What's up, fellas? I'm a little under the weather, but of course I would never miss the last game of the last championship, last show of the year. What a season it's been. I'm going to rally. I got a vodka tonic OJ. I got some antibiotics. I got some things. We're going to rally. We're going to get this thing done.
That's the way to do it, man. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of Miami fans will sit there and watch this, and with it being a home game, they're saying that's what we're doing when we go to Hard Rock
That's
Stadium.
what I'm saying. I couldn't look Michael Irvin in the eyes and say I'm under the weather. This guy, you know.
Belt to ass has been
belt to ass and fucking below the nose.
Yeah, blow to nose, which fits. You know, I still
Michael Irvin. God bless Michael Irvin. I love a cocaine mascot.
Look, I've been asked a couple times, like, if you could go back in life to a different era, which era would you choose? And you know, a lot of people are like, dude, I'd like to see like the way it was in like the 1920s. You know, like certain points in your life, and I'm like, no fucking way. Give me late 70s. Give me like 1976. to 1986 Miami, right? I mean, LA and New York probably wouldn't be bad either, but I think Miami from 76 to 86 might be one of the most interesting times in American history. What would you choose, Bet Detective? On the fly, hot potato you a time.
Well, I mean, you're talking about the greatest, maybe the greatest coach of all time. You're talking about pre-Jimmy Johnson, of course.
Schnellenberger, Coach Schnell. Yeah.
Love Schnell. Would leave that hat down there in the ghetto.
Any coach with a pipe, coach with a pipe knows what the fuck he's doing, right?
I love Schnellenberger. So, I have to agree with you. That was the best time. That was the best time of all, even before Luther Campbell.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Luther Campbell. Moneyline Mac, you got a time period? Would you choose? Would you go early 1940s Hollywood?
Yeah.
You're out there in Park City, you Charlie Chaplin motherfucker, you, right?
Yeah, it is Sundance, Robert Redford, son of a bitch over there.
Fucking horse whisperer, you fucking horse whisperer, you.
Way back in the day when Army was running the triple option on their way to national championship.
Now you're just buttering up Dundee.
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, I see
what you're doing there.
1916, 44, 45.
Dirty play, Mac.
Yeah, I know he's not going to go with the 1950s when Roger Staubach wins it with Navy.
No, that was
right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Once instead of 0 that year.
Yeah. So, dude, we do have over 10,000 players in the portal.
Good.
Pretty. What's great is the best part is they need to find a home in like 24 hours because I feel like we have 48 hours left in when the portal closes.
Right.
Have fun. There's just no way they're all going to land.
No.
Some of these people are taking the year off and they don't know it yet because this is the only portal cycle this year. These idiot coaches. It used to be instead of wanting the second cycle, which would make sense. These coaches wanted the one in January. I want to know what my roster is.
It's what they wanted.
Yeah, these coaches are morons. All right, let me tell you that right now.
They really are, dude.
Like in the middle of their fucking season, they're just like, "Holy shit, we got to grab these guys. We got to grab this player, that player."
It also says there's no leadership because someone has to step in and say, "I don't care if the coaches want this. It's not good for the fucking players. It's not good for anybody.
Someone has for the sport." Yeah.
How's Indiana and Miami like doing the portal well for?
Well, Indiana's killing it. I can tell you that. Indiana all of a sudden. This is what we meant by, I think when we found out that the paying the players was going to be legal.
Right.
Look, I'm a Big Ten hater with their new Big Ten conference, but you knew those schools had big ass alumni bases with a lot of money, and Cignetti just ignited this thing. So. Their portal class, I actually think you can make an argument that's the best portal class coming in. I know that some other ones are right there, Texas Tech, Texas, Notre Dame's doing a good job, but Cignetti, I don't know, his team is just already killing it. They've been nailing guys left and right. Miami, we'll see, but they got a bunch of money too. So, and they're keeping all the money because the part of the perk of being the ACC is they don't have to share it. This is that new thing of like the Clemson of Florida State. So I actually think it's actually appealing to be in the ACC if you're a better team now. Why would you jump to the SEC or Big Ten? Because you're gonna pocket essentially what Notre Dame did last year, whether you win or lose.
Yeah, you're right.
Whether you win or lose. Also, shout out to Virginia Tech for paying James Madison $800,000 for not playing next year. James Madison, I thought they were a pushover, right, Mac? I thought if you put them in the playoffs, you know what I mean? They shouldn't be play. You know, they're just not at that caliber. You're going to pay $800,000 to not play, not even push it down in the future. I understand you're going to a 9-game conference schedule, but you could schedule them next year. You could push that off a year, but no, $800,000 not to play. What do we have? Our Tennessee paid Army over, I think, $1.5 million a couple years ago to not play. So, you know, that's what your thoughts, Mac, as I know you're connected to the Virginia football scene.
I'm not surprised. They beat them all the time. So, of course, Virginia Tech should have fucking run from the competition. Little game James. Little game James. I like that. Bet Detective, your thoughts on JB making a nice $800,000 check?
Yeah, it's probably a safety issue. We don't want to play against him.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a joke.
Part of a process.
Yeah.
I mean, that's James Franklin covering up. He likes to.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, he's a
Well, we saw his non-conference schedule this year. What was it? It was like Buffalo. Last year was Bowling Green. This year was
Villanova,
like Delaware.
Yeah. Nova.
It was three pushovers. I know that. Anyway,
it prepared him for Big Ten play, didn't it?
It sure did. That opener when they went to the Rose Bowl. I think Bet Detective might have been there. Were you at the USC Penn State or the UCLA Penn State game this year? Like
UCLA. I was not at the UCLA Penn State. Okay. I was at USC Penn State the year before when Tyler Warren had 250 total yards.
Yeah, had the greatest day in college football history.
Yeah. And I sat in $20 seats. I'm like, oh, these seats are so cheap. Oh, I know why. Because the sun is frying me all fucking day.
Yeah.
Great game. It was a great game.
And big game James or small game James did end up losing that game despite being up the entire fucking game too, right?
Yeah,
or no, was it the other way around?
USC should have won that. No, Penn State came back and won it.
That's right.
USC choked it.
That's right. All right, boys, are you ready to get to the Natty? We'll give out picks and
get into it.
Yeah, let's jump right into it here because it is in Hard Rock Stadium. If you didn't know, what is this? Didn't I upload the fucking slides?
It's last week.
Am I going crazy here? Okay, give me a second here. I don't know what the fuck I did.
I bet Indiana wins that game, and I bet Miami wins that game.
Oh, I think I did load the wrong slides here. I'm a moron here.
I'll still take Ole Miss in that game versus Miami.
I mean, you had to leave with a minute left. Come on.
They just ran out of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? What's your guys? I'm sure you guys already talked about it, but what's your guys' opinion on the pass interference in the last play?
I'm okay with the no call. It's a Hail Mary.
They ain't gonna call that.
I know they're not going to call it, but I don't even think a 30-yarder is a Hail Mary. But he straight up drug him down to the field.
And he did. But I mean,
call it because it's 15 yards. You're still going to get on to 15.
That's true. It actually, yeah, exactly.
It's not going to be one.
I just say the whole history of the play, going back to fucking Drew Pearson.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they push him down. But you're right. I mean,
what did they
the
call
letter of the law, you are right.
What did the TV ref call it? Mutual combat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
fucking moron. Combat. I can't stand that guy because he just, no matter what, is backing his, except for the targetings, which he can never get right. Right?
Yeah.
That's another element. We should just open up with that, by the way, is, and let me just quickly Google search that, but I want to make sure, nothing has changed on that.
He's out for the first half.
Still, they haven't. Nothing like destroying a guy's life.
Insane,
right?
Real quick, shout out to John, $49.99. Thanks for all the content this season, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah,
love John. He's a degenerate. He's got a guy. He was the one out that drove to find you guys out east. Car broke down, turned around. So that $49.99 something.
That's what I'm saying. That could have been a new car. That could have been. Right? He's helping us out here. Yeah.
Love you, John.
Xavier Lucas is suspended. So that's crazy. They haven't overturned that. That's such a bad
It's a
call.
joke.
That's such a bad call to take away this moment from a fucking kid. I know he's paid now, but still, you play your whole season, and everybody, the announcer, the fucking schmuck announcer that was a former ref, it was like, no, that's not targeting, even though he called the one before targeting that they called not targeting, right?
Yep.
He's like, nah, that's not targeting, and then so we're gonna have him out. And that I actually think I'm going to highlight that because so that's Xavier Lucas is a very good player on this defense. So, I mean,
yeah, he's out for the first half.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The guy's got 45 tackles on the season. He's got a sack. He's got 8 pass deflections, a pick, a forced fumble. That is a key player on Miami's defense that is out.
Yeah. Their entire secondary got banged up towards the end of that game.
Well, I'll be honest. Like, if there's another 30 seconds on that clock, Ole Miss wins that game.
Ole Miss just ran
the
out
pass
of time.
defense for Miami. Look, I'll give them credit. Heatherman's done a great job with that defense, but I still think that's their vulnerability. I don't trust their pass defense. Now, I know they can get after it pass rush wise, but as far as like pass defense, I mean, go back to the SMU game. Jennings threw for like it was 370. It was 370, I think, off the top of my head. They've been vulnerable back there, and I think if you give Mendoza time, then boom, they could get it done. Let's start with that headline though. Mendoza is from Miami, and his dad played at the same high school on the same offensive line as Mario Cristobal. He went to Manny Diaz's camp at Miami. His mother is a former Miami Hurricane tennis player. So to get the cold shoulder from Miami, even though technically it wasn't Cristobal, even though Cristobal could have got him out of the portal the next 3 years, is quite the headline there. Then you also have, like I just mentioned, Corey Heatherman, the defense coordinator, who's done a great job at Miami. I think that's probably the biggest improvement from a year ago. He is Curt Cignetti's former defensive coordinator at James Madison. And if you look at, Cignetti's been loyal to his staff. The OC, his name is Mike Shanahan, no relation, right? He was the OC at James Madison. So Heatherman went up against Shanahan for years, right? The DC for Indiana is Brian Haynes. Brian Haynes worked under Heatherman. So, I mean, clearly when it comes to a lot of familiarity with I think that alone has where the hell is my clip? I'm really fucking up the timing on this.
Because I understand how the bastard thinks. I taught him. Now I own one.
That right there, I think, is just the only unknown is what Shannon Dawson, who is a former Dub V OC. You know, they have the ties, Cignetti and Dawson to Dub V, but that's kind of the only unknown here. The rest is, it seems like there's a lot of parallels there. The game is at home for Miami, even though we shall talk about that. But the line currently, gentlemen, is 8.5 for the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Over under at 47.5. I'm taking the points, guys, because I think the fact you've gone up against Heatherman has gone up against Shanahan so much is a big advantage to the points hitting here. I just think when you've done that many times for years, that is an advantage. And I think that's something in general. I would just take the dog, not even, remove Cignetti and Cristobal or whatever. Just put any team when you're telling me there's a 1-game playoff situation and the defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator have spent years working together against each other. I tend to think, give me the points there. Over 8.5. I do think the Hoosiers will win this game, but I am taking the Canes plus 8.5 at home. I do not know what to expect with the crowd. I'm assuming it's going to be 50-50. Is there a shot that I'm just dead wrong and Indiana has this thing at like 70-30? Bet detective.
No, I don't think that it's going to be 70-30. This is a fucking home game for Miami. I mean, this is a legit home game. Like, I know there's going to be corporate sponsors and all that shit and going on, and Indiana will travel, but this is a home game for Miami. They're sleeping in their beds. This is a thing. And they try to play it off like, oh, we've been on the road for 5 weeks straight. Like, we're a hockey team. Like, shut the fuck up, Cristobal. This is a home game. This is an advantage. Absolutely. And you know, and you have to factor that in. The line is definitely inflated because of what Indiana's been doing, as well as it should be, you know, but the way I look at it, they smoked Alabama, who should not have been in the tournament to begin with. Oregon, a little bit overrated. They got 21 free points as far as defensive goes.
Yeah, more points.
Absolutely. Not that Indiana's not great, and you might seem silly going against Indiana. This might be the Joe Burrow LSU team. Who knows? But this line is too high for a home team for Miami, who's playing this well. I mean, they just beat Ohio State. Look what Indiana did. I mean, I know it's not, you know, apples to apples with that comparison scoring, but like, you know, yeah, Indiana, Ohio State, and then you see what Miami did to Ohio State. Like, they destroyed a couple of top 10 teams. Now, that you could also argue that they've taken a lot of body shots and they might be worn down. But, yeah, I'm going to take the points here as well with Miami.
Yeah, I think, and Ty, I'll get to you in a second. But I just think it's great, like, to know that what Cignetti's going to be running. I mean, I'm sure Cignetti's evolved some in the 2 years from Indiana.
Yeah.
But Heatherman, just knowing that, I think is a huge advantage to keeping this game close, to knowing what him and Shanahan like to do. And then another thing is I think Miami, their offensive line is playing some of the best football in all of football right now on the line of scrimmage. Now,
yeah,
I understand if you pull up the stats, Miami is what, 71st in the nation in rushing the ball. And no one's been able to run on Indiana. The best team statistically to do this is Oregon at 20th in the nation, and they average 199 yards per game, and they were held to 83, and I feel like 60 of it came on a run in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So that, to me, the key is just, can they be somewhat? They're gonna have to run the ball like successfully to a certain extent. You know, I mean, you might not have to just like dominate the game like they did against I feel like against Ohio State. They actually dominated the line of scrimmage. Miami did. I don't think they can do that against Indiana, but if they can just have half of that success and just be successful enough to keep them honest so Carson Beck can go play action and they can get creative with their passing attack. Because if they're forced to just pass the ball, we're going to lose this bet. If they can't run the ball and Beck's just going to have to sit back there and pass despite Miami having some guys, then I'm really scared because I think Indiana will win by 21 then. Right? Like, yeah. But if they can establish the line of scrimmage, which I think they'll be able to do it somewhat. Remember, I know it hasn't looked like it yet, but Indiana's best defensive end, Daly, the Kent State transfer, has been out for since the Big Ten championship. It hasn't shown in the Bama and Oregon game. It hasn't shown, but maybe Miami can make them realize, or make them feel that loss. Mac, what are you doing here, man?
Yeah, so I mean, we do have a common opponent here, and we have a common opponent here in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Both played Ohio State, both beat Ohio State. And Miami did it differently than Indiana. Indiana was able to grind it out in the second half, and come back and make some plays down the field. Miami kind of kicked Ohio State's ass. So say what we want about Cristobal. 3-0 ATS, 3-0 straight up as a dog this year. He beat Ohio State. He won in College Station. He beat Notre Dame week 1. I think that this is a defensive game. I'm going to take the same handicap I had going into Oregon. I know that ain't shit because Dante Moore decided he was just going to gift wrap 21 fucking points for him. But I think this is a low-scoring game. Both defenses are great. I think that they're able to get after Mendoza. I think I'm going to take the points, obviously. I think the U is going to win their 4th national championship in 7 tries there in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, not the
Sorry,
real Orange Bowl.
4
Yeah,
out of 6.
yeah,
4 out of 6. I think they're going to win their 4th national championship in the Orange Bowl, fake Orange Bowl, whatever the fuck you want to say it. I think the U's going to win.
I mean, if they can establish a run, I think they're certainly live. You're going to know in the first quarter. You're going to know right away if they can establish the run or not.
Right.
But
I was just going to say, I agree with you guys, and that's why we're taking the points. The reason why I don't think Miami wins the game, because it will. I think it will be a tight game, but Indiana, they just don't fuck up. They're never behind the chains.
I completely agree. They never turn the ball over.
They never turn it over.
Carson Beck threw that red zone pick a week ago, or in the Ole Miss game. But also on that final drive, you go watch that final drive and credit to Carson Beck for getting there. He has the rushing touchdown. He still throws a check down that should have been picked.
Yep.
And on that drive, he was great every other play besides the check down. The check down should have been picked. I just think Indiana will find a way to win the game because they play flawless like that. They don't beat
flawless.
themselves.
They have the second least penalties in the country behind Army, for God's sakes. And we all know Miami, they're like 85th in the country in penalties. They did great in the first 2 games. Last week they did not. I think they're going to revert more to that. They're a much more emotional team, quote unquote. And then it comes in around red zone efficiency. I mean, there's no team better in the country in the red zone than Indiana.
Yeah. I mean, I
also think as great as Mendoza is, he's the Heisman Trophy #1 pick in the draft. I think Trinidad Chambliss is a tougher matchup for Miami than Mendoza is because of his ability to extend plays. I know Mendoza can extend plays to a certain degree. Chambliss is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like there were multiple times where I thought the U had him back in the backfield and he would just spin out of there and make a play downfield. I think they're gonna get in Mendoza's ass, man. I think that he's gonna get hit a couple times by that fucking D line and it's gonna shake.
I still think Mendoza can he's so accurate and he's so smart
accurate
with where to put the ball. I still think he's a problem for that secondary, especially with one of their best players out for the first half.
Yeah, and his autism will shove it right up your ass, Mac.
And when he does throw it to him, Miami, can we catch the ball?
Well, that's where I disagree though. Like Chambliss will do that, and he did that even in the Georgia game. See the final drive where he hit the Georgia defender right in the fucking hands.
Yeah,
and they dropped it. Fernando Mendoza is not going to give you those. If he does, it'll be one.
That's
true. What I mean?
Everyone's like, oh, Miami, everything could have went wrong against Miami happened, and they still won the game. Like 4 dropped interceptions, missed field goal, interception in the red zone, but that doesn't happen with Indiana. Indiana is the most efficient team. Like they just do not make mistakes. They're never behind the chains.
What do you feel about the over under 47.5?
I like the under.
Yeah. I think we all do. I think that's just.
I could see. Like I said, I think. But you look at the Ohio State games for both of them. I think it's going to be a physical ass game up front in the trenches. And Mendoza has made mistakes against Ohio State. He threw a really bad interception. He threw the pick 6 at Oregon the first game, and at Iowa he threw a bad interception. So he is.
Yes,
human,
but right now they are absolutely. I mean, they're playing the best football they've played all year.
Yeah,
they are. So is Miami.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, 100%. That's why it's gonna be a great game. That's why you got to take the 8.5.
Yeah, agreed. And all the other shit we mentioned, folks. We're going to talk props here in a second, but before we do that, I want to let you know that the College Football Experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. New year, new gear, baby. The SGPN merch store has a bunch of new items for the new year, and right now get 10% off everything with the promo code 2026.
Look at that Mac to School.
A Mac to School t-shirt. There's also a Man in the Box, CJ Sullivan, Bet Detective t-shirts, Let It Ride hats, and the Retro College Experience sweaters, sweatshirts. We're working on sweaters in there, so check it out. Promo code 2026. Also, right now, subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs podcast hosted by ours truly there, CJ Sullivan.
Mm-hmm.
They talk whatever's topical sports-wise year-round. They have the NFL Picks show, obviously, for the NFL playoffs going on. Bet Detective, what time again tomorrow? I just can't remember anything.
Noon tomorrow, Pacific.
There you go. So right now, take a second, subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs podcast on YouTube or iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Also, we are brought to you by Avo. Yes. Make more money betting sports with Avo. That's AVO. Avo is the best sports betting tool that helps you make a profit every time you decide to place bets. They do this by spotting arbitrage and plus EV opportunities for you faster than the competitors, and they keep you organized in one place. If you're new to arbitrage betting, you're basically finding opportunities in the market where you can bet both sides to lock in a profit. They have the cleanest dashboard. It is super easy to understand and use, but they also teach you how to use it. So with step-by-step video guides, in case you have questions, just sign up, pick the sports books you use, and let Avo tell you how much to bet to guarantee a profit, essentially. So get started now at avo.bet. Use that promo code SGPN for $18 off. That's avo.bet, promo code SGPN for $18 off. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. Yes, all 50 states. You can trade tons of markets and sports, including college hoops, college football, NFL, NBA, NHL, and much more. You can even trade props, like first touchdown props. Besides sports, they also have a ton of other markets, including politics, entertainment, hell, even the weather. So check out Kalshi. You can trade anything there. New Kalshi customers get $20 when you use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back.
Personally, I'm rooting for World War III to win $700 on Kalshi. I bet that on Kalshi, $700. So I'm hoping the world blows up.
Is there a statute of limitations on that? Because you could talk me into this. I think
there's good value on it. It's like plus 290.
Yeah, let's go. Guys, we have some props. Before I get to the props, though, I will say we did get news that Dante Moore is coming back. Ty Duck fan, shout out to Ty Duck fan. Colby Mateo is coming back for revenge. Do you think Lanning can get it done next year? I flew to Atlanta to watch us get our ass whooped. Well, I hope you enjoyed Atlanta, brother, despite that. And yeah, I'll say historically, the older team, or since this new format, I would say older teams bringing back. Now, Penn State is the one team you probably don't want to use for this example, but Michigan and Ohio State have worked for. Indiana's a very old team. So you got that going. You would think you would definitely be one of the front runners. I know Notre Dame's also looking pretty fucking good next year, and their schedule is absolute dog shit. So, that would probably put them at the 1 or 2 seed. But yeah, I think you have a great shot. Obviously, returning Mateo, returning Dante Moore, another year under the belt. He should be much improved. You do lose both coordinators, but it's Oregon. They have a shit ton of money. I'm sure you can figure it out. How about you guys? How do you guys think about the Ducks returning those? Like, they're going to be loaded again next year, right?
Yeah, them in Texas definitely look good in terms of returners, continuity. So those were kind of the two that popped.
No, you're right. Early. And Freeman is coming back to Notre Dame because once he found out that NFL teams make you play games after the season's over with, he was like, I don't like that at all. I'm going to go back to that. I don't want to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Let's go back to Notre Dame.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Notre Dame's schedule's the easiest. I like they're a shoo-in. Yeah. They're a shoo-in for a deep run.
They're a fraud. Well, they put in their contract. We're making the playoffs.
Yeah, regardless. We're making the play. I can't believe all these idiots missed that. Some of the coaches were like, "What?
So bad."
Did you guys have lawyers? So yeah, I think you guys will be one of the odds-on favorites to win the Natty next year. Next. For sure. First touchdown props, guys. Let's talk about this. I threw a bunch here. YouTube.com/thecollegeexperience. Just to quickly rattle these off for Indiana, Caitlin Black, it's plus 600. Elijah Surratt, plus 600. Roman Hemby, plus 650. These are all via DK, by the way. Omar Cooper, plus 900. Charlie Becker, plus 850. Fernando Mendoza, plus 1200. Obviously, they'll have to be on the ground. Riley Nakowski, the tight end, plus 2,500. EJ Williams, plus 2,500. Kobe Martin, plus 2,500. Indiana defense and special teams, which hit last week, plus 2,800. Jonathan Brady plus 8,000. Holden Stays plus 8,000. For the Canes, Mark Fletcher plus 750. Malachi Toney plus 1,200. Keelan Marion plus 1,900. Shamar Brown, the North Dakota State transfer, plus 1,800. CJ Daniels plus 2,000. Alex Bowman, the tight end there, plus 3,500. Miami defense / special teams plus 2,800. Carson Beck, another rushing touchdown perhaps, plus 4,000. Josiah Trader there, plus 5,500. Gerard Pringle plus 8,000. Joshua Moore plus 8,000. Gentlemen, there's one that stands out to me right out the gate. We kind of already hit on this.
Okay.
I want to attack where I know they perhaps are vulnerable. Xavier Lucas is suspended for the first half. I know he only has one receiving touchdown on the season, but Riley Nikowski, the tight end, plus 2,500, worth a shot, gentlemen.
I like it.
Worth a shot because the secondary's all fucked up now. I've got players playing out of position, right? I like taking a shot on Nikowski there. 2,500 first touchdown prop. That is what I'm going to open up the board with Bet Detective. You're going to jump on this Nikowski with me, or you got some other plans?
I always like a tight end. I'll sprinkle on that, but I'm going to spread a little bit on these Miami wide receivers, to be honest with you, at home. I think Miami scores first. I love Jashisa Trader there, 55-1.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not play that?
Yeah.
Keelan Marion at 19-1, and of course CJ Daniels, who does nothing but score touchdowns, at 20-1. I'll sprinkle all three of those guys.
Yeah, and Marion just had 7 catches for 114 yards.
That's what I mean.
Touchdown against Ole Miss, and even against Ohio State, he had 5 for 36.
Yeah,
you gotta like that. I mean, just the fact he's getting that many targets. CJ Daniels, you're right. I know that he's had 4 catches against Ole Miss for 26 yards, 5 for 49 against Ohio State. But still, the sheer volume is there.
Yep.
The one where you're getting wild is the Trader one.
Love Trader.
Trader is an interesting one because he's only had 1 catch over the past couple weeks.
Yes,
but he did get some targets. Yeah,
but before that, he was fucking 40 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards. He was running it.
Yeah, against SMU, I mean, where they really got things going. He had 81 yards receiving and a touchdown. So
yeah, and in these games, it's always these receivers that come out of nowhere, especially at home. Stay tuned. Spoiler alert: I like him over 2.5 yards as well.
Oh, yeah, I like that too. Mac, you got something that stands out here that you're going to jump on?
I like Toney 12-1. I mean, he's just electric when he gets the ball in his hands. I mean, that touchdown against Ole Miss. So I'm with CJ. I think Miami is going to strike first. So I'll go 12-1 on Toney. Give me Miami's defense.
28-1.
Sometimes
that's spicy.
Yeah, Dante Moore, the last game, he throws a pick six. The nerves of settling into one of these big games. Maybe they get like a strip, scoop, and score, or maybe Mendoza gets a tip ball at the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, give me the U, 28-1 on the defensive side.
I was trying to find this. If the chat could help me out, maybe if offshore, because I was trying to find, Malachi Toney has thrown for some yards this year, right?
Yeah, what's he?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think if I'm Miami to try to, I mean, obviously this Indiana defense has been fire. Malachi Toney has 2 passing touchdowns on the season, 4 for 7, 82 yards, right? He was a high school quarterback. I think if I were Miami and Shannon Dawson, and maybe Cignetti would be expecting this, I don't know, but I think I might give them a lot of looks out of the Wildcat, because they run him in the Wildcat every once in a while, right? Okay. But then go play action out of it with Toney the way that he could throw the ball. I'm not talking about just 1 or 2 plays throughout the game. I might do a whole possession. Now that maybe could lead to a turnover. I don't know, but I just think if you could find a prop on Malachi Toney to throw a passing touchdown this game. Crazy. I was looking for it on FanDuel and DK. I can't find anything yet.
I don't see it either. I'm looking.
I would jump all over that.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I also like his rushing yards prop too, though. I thought I did see his rushing numbers because I just think you want to get the guy. He's so electric. He's the real difference maker, I think, in this game. What is it? I swear I saw his rushing yards earlier.
He was 11 years old when Carson Beck was first a college quarterback, by the way.
Welcome. You're looking live at college football 2026.
Know, right? That's modern day college football.
Prop wise, I have another one that I'm going to take a shot on here. I'm taking Mendoza, like a higher on the over 223.5 passing yards. I think you can get it back. Yeah, I think you can get 217.5 on Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah.
But I look. They completely ignored his tape. They completely ignored his tape. You're telling me this team's not going to throw for some yards? Miami's defense, even when they're healthy, when the guy's not suspended the first half, gives up a lot of chunk passing yards. Chambliss threw for over 300. Jennings threw for almost 400. So I just think they're going to have success. Even though the D-line can get after the ball, I still think they'll have success in some big play opportunities. Whether it's Charlie Becker, whether it's Nikowski, whether it's Hemby or Surratt, or throwing out the backfield to Hemby maybe. I'm gonna take the higher on that prop there with Mendoza. You guys got any other ones you like? Just regular props?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I already mentioned Trader over 2.5 yards. I think he makes a catch, which is all he needs to get that. I like Keelan Marion. He's 39.5. He had a buck, whatever, last week. I mean, obviously he's not going to go like that, but I like all these Miami receivers. And if I'm going to play an Indiana receiver, I'll play Omar Cooper Jr. He's at 44.5. All these Indiana receivers, they do not drop the ball. It's just insane. I think this Miami secondary is depleted. Like, it goes hand in hand with your Mendoza. And then I'll play CJ as well at 31.5. I like all those Miami receivers. That's not, Tony, just because his number is so high. You can get some low numbers on these other receivers.
Yeah. Another thing to mention is I know last week we thought we were going to hit on Beck had the game-winning rushing touchdown and had like 2 first down drives rushing the ball. And because they count the sack yardage, we didn't hit on that.
I had Chambliss over 23.5 rushing. He breaks off a 20-yarder. He finished up with 7. What? How did he finish it with 7? It reminded me of the what was it? The USC Tulane Bowl game where Caleb Williams rushing was like 44. He had like 110 at first half, and he wound up with like 30 because he just kept taking sacks, like just nonstop sacks. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I thought the Carson Beck would cash on like the first drive, and then it was like, oh, we got that touchdown late.
I will never play a quarterback rushing college prop again.
They got to be running the option. That's the only way you're not going to lose yardage.
Right.
By the way, the prop. I actually think this is a slam dunk, guys. Malachi Toney over 8.5 rushing yards. They're going to give him a couple runs, right? A couple 100%, design runs.
100%.
Yeah. And sometimes those passes are behind the line too. So your wide receiver screen to Toney or something is a run just because the ball was thrown backwards.
How about Beck to throw an interception?
I mean, how about to throw 2 interceptions?
Lock it up.
Shit.
Right? Lock it up.
Yeah.
It happened. I like Mendoza first over on the passing yards. I agree with that because I think they're gonna have to throw the ball to move the ball because Miami's front 7 so damn good. I like Mendoza over 16.5 completions because I think they're going to run some screen and short stuff to try and negate that pass.
Yeah, no, I thought, and Hemby has been the better pass catching back compared to Kalen Black, even though Black has been the better rusher, specifically of late. So I even think if you're looking for receptions or yardage prop on Roman Hemby, the former Terp, 4.5 receiving yards. That is a slam dunk right there.
That's a slam.
That thing's coming true right there. And what's great about down to a 1 game is you can get. Do you like any first half quarter just for like the game? Is there any could I know, Mac, you're taking the Canes to win it outright, but Bet Detective, is there any shot we should just take Miami to money line first quarter, first half? What do you think?
Yes, if I'm going to play them, I'm going to play them first half for sure. So I do think Indiana wears them down and outclasses them. Not like Ole Miss did, but because they just crazy plays. But Ole Miss will eventually wear them down and win. So if I'm going to play Miami, I like them. Was it 4.5 first half?
5.5. I'm seeing right now.
5.5. I like that a lot at home. I mean, it's going to be juiced up for sure. Yeah. That's the way. That's the way to attack that. Or Indiana just fucking wins 42-0.
What about which one you like better? First half under or first quarter under? 7.5 or what is the other one? First half 23.5.
Always love a first quarter under.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna be tight. You haven't played, and another thing is, remember, that's not like a week. That's like 10 days off, right? Isn't that a little longer than? So I feel like you're doing way more interviews than normal. Just feel like you're naturally going to be a little tight,
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
Oh man, I was one other prop I thought I was looking at there, but I can't see it right now. But yeah. All right, folks. Well,
real quick to Brad Martin. I'm under the weather. That's why I'm wearing this fucking hat. It has nothing to do with the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs. All right. Just want to say that.
Eagles fan wearing it. Yeah, people are wondering. People are wondering what the hell.
And I got sick because I went out to Philadelphia, did the tailgate, did the whole thing.
How was that, by the way?
It was amazing, except for the game. But other than that, Italian pork, it was fucking great. Blah blah blah.
You been stacking the money or what?
No, stacking the money did not show up.
Okay.
That he's a coward.
Pile of shit.
I say if you go to the wedding, you got to show up to the funeral.
That's amen. Folks, want to tell you that the college football experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times the amount of money you enter. And Underdog is bringing playoff magic all playoffs long to the NFL. Every playoff weekend, open the Underdog app to see what promos are going to be waiting for you. They will be good. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code TCESGPN. So do that and let it ride. I'm going to give out mine right here. I'm going to take Mark Fletcher higher than 69.5 rushing yards on Underdog Fantasy.
Okay.
I will also take Elijah Surratt higher than 53.5 receiving yards on Underdog Fantasy. And I'm also on the Mendoza stat as well, higher than 217.5 pass yards. All three of those. I mean, you put $100 down on that, you're making $530.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has been crushing it this NFL season, especially on props. Last season, they were even better in the playoffs. So now's the time to check out Rhythm. 22-12 on reception props, 6-1 on pass touchdown props, 9-4 on rush yard props, 2-0 on interception props, all in the postseason last year, folks. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off their house model, or you can make your own and mess around with those sliders. So jump over to Rhythm. All right, looking to go premium? Use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, promo code SGPN25. All right. We are back and final score predictions. Then let's get the fuck out of here. Wrap up this season. We'll be back to do a reaction show Monday night, but I got mine at 27-21. 27-21, the Hoosiers win the game. But at one point, it'll be 21-20 Miami, I think.
Okay.
Put the pressure on the Hoosiers. They go down and score 27-21, maybe 26-21 if they go for 2. Bet Detective, score prediction?
Yep. Very close to that. I got 23-20 Indiana. It'll be tight. The nip and tuck battle, rock fight almost, and then Indiana pulls it out because they're just going to outclass them.
McIntyre?
I got the U championship number 4 in the Orange Bowl. 24-20. They get a goal line stand against Mendoza and the Hoosiers.
I like that.
There we go.
The U.
Folks, that is our show. Make sure you give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at TheColbyD. The Bet Detective CJ Sullivan's on Twitter at CJ Sullivan_. Make sure you check out the Bottom Line Bob's podcast. Once again, going live tomorrow at noon Pacific. Moneyline Mac and myself will be doing the college basketball experience later tonight. Also look forward to in the future. Bet Detective's got to come over and pick some college hoops with us.
I will.
On the college basketball experience. So check out that as well in the coming weeks. Till next time, folks, this is the college football experience. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for the donations. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Run and shoot. We can really run and shoot.